안녕하세요. 제 이름은 Timothy Lee입니다. 저는 K4P4입니다. 제 CPR는 장영실입니다. 잘 신청해주세요. 장영실. He's a famous astronomer and scientist during the Joseon dynasty. His scientific knowledge was greatly admired by King Sejong the Great of Joseon. He had a harsh early life, but because he was an intellectual, he was rewarded later on. He is one of the most well-known Korean scientists in Korean history. According to history books, Chang Yong-sil is the third of 5 brothers. He and his family served the king as slaves until King Sejong generated a new policy of breaking class barriers placed on the national civil service. At the age of 10, Chang was separated from his mother and was taken to a civil court in Dongnaehyun, where he soon displayed interest in engineering. Using the new educational system, King Sejong noticed that Chang Yong-sil had potential to become a great scientist and allowed him to work as a government official in the palace. Chang Yong-sil built the first Korean sundial, the Angbu Irgu. The Angbu Irgu was used to mark the hours of days. It basically told the farmers in Korea when to start and stop working. It is also known as the pot-shaped sun clock staring at the sky. It consists of a bowl with 13 meters to indicate time, using the sun's shadows.
Chang Yong-sil's first task was to create an accurate timepiece. The sun's shadow had been most widely used to tell time. Chang Yong-sil built the Angbu-ilgu, a sundial. The sundial is semicircular with 4 legs. The Angbu-ilgu divides the sun's yearly path across the sky into 24 15-day seasons. Around June 21st, when the sun is highest, it is Haji. Seven perpendicular lines were drawn, and people could read time by comparing the line to the sun's shadow as it moved west. The principles are in accordance with the sun's diurnal motion. As daylight hours decrease with colder seasons, the shadow becomes longer. The sundial was more scientific and systematic than any other timepiece made.
Chang Yong-sil was sent to China to study various designs of water clocks. When he returned, he created the Chagyokru, Korea's first water clock. Sundial does not work in cloudy days, so Chagyokru was used during that time. It uses the gradual flow of water to measure time.
The Jagyeongru was the first water clock and used a very complex mechanism that included pumps, measurement buoys, props, and devices for transmission and time signaling. The principles were detailed and scientific. When water is released from the pasuho, it enters the susuho, and the measurement stick comes up. The buoyancy pushes aside steel marbles to tell time. This is the focus of Jagyeongru.
Korea's water management was terrible. Because of this, King Sejong assigned Chang Yong-sil to find a solution. He created the Chugoki, Korea's first water gauge. It is an instrument that measures and gathers precipitation over time. It gave farmers an idea of how much water to use. 안녕하세요. CPR를 해서 장영실 대해서 많이 배웠어요. 감사합니다.